Um, this is a story about dice and failure. Now, I still remember my first set of polyhedral dice. And up until this last move, I think I still had them tucked into a purple Crown Royal bag. The dice were the same color as the bag. I think they were Chessex, probably. There weren't a lot of dice manufacturers when I first started gaming. And I remember saving a week's worth of allowance to go buy them. I went to the game store and I walked inside and asked the clerk if he could show me where the dice were that you used to play games like Dungeons and Dragons. And he was like, "Of course I can, sir. Let me show you." And he took me over to the case that was right in front that I walked past. And inside this great big glass case, there were cubes of D6s and these tubes that were full of D4s to D20s. And he reached inside of this case and he handed me one of the tubes. And I looked at it and it was this marbled purple and gold set of dice. And I took them home because I was going to play a game that night. And that night, I used them for the first time, and I got it. Dice are the magic at the heart of tabletop role-playing games. They aren't just numbers, they're storytellers too. With each roll, dice summon worlds, they shape destinies, they tell tales. They bridge the gap between what is real and imagined. They transform players into heroes and villains. These were the keys. They were the things that made role-playing feel real. Like the world could go any kind of way. And when the dice stopped rolling, they told you which way the story would go. And you have to pick up the dice to roll them. You've got to risk it so that you can move forward in the story that you're trying to tell. You can't just sit back and not act. You've got to take that step to move forward, to risk it all, maybe. To see where your story's going to go. And you never know where it's going to go or where it's going to take you. And that's kind of the magic of it all. The magic of role playing. It's that uncertainty. Not knowing what way the story's going to go, but still moving forward. Failure with dice is always an option. And you don't know until the dice hit the table and you roll and you see. But what happens after you fail, that's up to you. And the reason I'm telling you this is because at a time in my life when I was deathly afraid of failing, they taught me how to fail over and over and over again. I learned, and I'm still learning. The story isn't over unless you're dead or you don't get up. Dice teach us that in the pursuit of the things that we want, we aren't defined by our failure. What defines us is how we rise up, dust ourselves off, and keep going.